Hello and welcome back to the Reapers.
Hello comrades. So today we will be discussing two-ship tactical formation flying, or TACForm, within a section. I will be drawing once again on the following brevity codes manual. However, we'll note some differences in how different services or countries use different terms. TACForm is a standardized way to get a formation of aircraft quickly and orderly heading in a tactical formation in a different direction. You'll generally be starting somewhere around 1 nautical mile apart in spread, going the same airspeed. For our purposes in these examples, it will be 400 knots. So we will start with the in-place turn, sometimes called a hook by other services and countries, which aligns with the brevity manual. This maneuver is used if we are trying to get our formation to turn somewhere around 180 degrees from its current heading. We will make the call Viper in-place right, go. On G and go, we will accelerate to military power and roll our aircraft using G to maintain both 400 knots and our current altitude. Somewhere during the turn, we can determine the heading we want to roll out on, so we make a reference call so everyone is on the same page. We will arrive on the other side in the exact same 1 nautical mile of beam position that we started in. This overall keeps us tactically able to employ and quickly return to our pre-turn formation. Our next maneuver is going to be the tack turn, sometimes stated in place 90 left or right. You can see how this can lead to confusion with the previous in-place call and with the next term we will be using. So overall we will use in-place left or right and tack left or right. We will make the call Viper tack right, go. Lead will select military power and roll using G to maintain both airspeed and altitude. Dash 2 will wait until he can see down lead's intakes, which is slightly before lead comes nose on to his aircraft. At this point, Dash 2 will select military power, roll, and use G to maintain airspeed and altitude, arriving 1 nautical mile abeam, heading around 90 degrees from original heading. Lead also needs to give a reference heading, which may come out partway through the turn or right at the beginning if it's known and might sound like Viper tack right, go, reference 090. Our third maneuver we'll be discussing is 90 left or right. This somewhat accomplishes the same thing as the tack left or right. However, we're not exactly in the best tactical formation as we have missile deconfliction issues. However, you are able to quickly stop both aircraft's downrange travel more quickly, so this may be the answer to specific scenarios. We will give a Viper 90 right, go, at which point both aircraft will command mil power, pull G to maintain both airspeed and altitude, and a reference heading should come from lead. Our final maneuver, the shackle, can be done to address the formation for any number of reasons, including mismatched throttle settings between aircraft, bad formation keeping, check turns, etc. In this example, we'll use a check turn. Here, lead commands a check right to 030. With all the same throttle settings, you may end up in a slight lead trail formation. If check turns are played out correctly, the inside aircraft can reduce throttle slightly while the outside aircraft can increase throttle slightly, and you may be close enough to fix with minor throttle adjustments. However, when first getting started, this will not happen, and as such, commanding a shackle can help get everyone back where they need to be. The trail aircraft can turn in slightly, but in this case, based on the distance behind, he will simply continue straight ahead, while Dash 2 waits to cross through his nose and reverse his turn. Based on what lead is seeing, he can pull a little inside or outside to help correct the formation, as this is a cooperative maneuver. However, once both aircraft are on assigned heading, Dash 2 will need to fix the distance between them as appropriate. So let's go into an example. Here we have Coffee and I during a mission facing to the northeast, with me currently leading after our second takeoff. We know there's an enemy coming hot and about 60 degrees to our right. I will put him in spread on the north, and during that time give a check turn left another 30 degrees. This will put Coffee out front, primarily due to my multiple commands at the same time. We have the option to shackle here, however we know he is coming in and we need to get pointed in that direction. I call attack right and Coffee will execute very well and will still be out front as he was before. I will call a shackle, and you will notice I will do a slight turn to the right to help with the spacing, but primarily be heading forward as I need to catch up, and airspeed along with geometry of Coffee's flight path will allow me to do that. He will slow down slightly as he rolls out, and I will pick up some speed to have us arrive more or less abeam each other in a tactical and controlled formation. Hopefully these helped a little in learning how to better manage your formations and keep yourself in a tactical but controllable formation. Feel free to check out any of the other videos here and subscribe for alerts of upcoming videos. This is the ESF, signing off.